has been suggested the blaze started during a riot in the women's section of the prison. At least 10 inmates are believed missing.
All right, where are you?
Ernest Craven.
Oh,
Evacuation of the prison had already begun. The inmates will be transferred to high security
that means we'll get some. Yeah, we'll get it back.
O'Hara Road
still in
has
one
claimed 3
piece.
lives tonight.
I'm sure. Hey, what are you doing?
Shut the noise up.
Do you know anything about Regis? Hey, what do you reckon?
I said be quiet. Now keep it down. Look, Jenkins, I know as much as you do. Any more noise and you'll get locked up early.
I don't think I want to know any more noise. It's awful. Awful. It's the most bloody thing that's ever had, Simpson.
Well, what's your problem?
Have you heard anything about Connors?
All I know is a whole bunch of them are being sent here.
So she could be back.
She could be dead too, who knows?
Looking for you, said you needed in reception.
Oh, really? And when were you elevated to prison courier, Mullins?
No, I was something about Blackmore prison or something like that.
Yeah, well, if this is a ruse to get rid of me, I'll have... Mullins!
Find out if Connors is back. Is it true that she's escaped? It's all right, Mill's asleep.
You sure?
For God's sake, has she escaped or not? Is it official?
They're only guessing at this stage.
Well, then she could still end up back here.
Craven didn't have her taken care of. He's a cold character.
I'm more interested in Connors' whereabouts at the moment.
Look, I'll find out what I can. In the meantime, you better start worrying about the new intake.
Rodney! Damn! Is it true that she's escaped? It's all right, Mill's asleep.
You sure?
For God's sake, has she escaped or not? Is it official?
They're only guessing at this stage.
Well, then she could still end up back here.
Craven didn't have her taken care of. He's a cold character.
I'm more interested in Connors' whereabouts at the moment.
Look, I'll find out what I can. In the meantime, you better start worrying about the new intake.
Rodney! Damn!
All ready for say goodbye to Alice, Laurie and Lisa?
Sorry, no time.
Hey, everybody! I'm going to Barnhurst! Alice, do you hear me? What's happening? Sarah's leaving. Good on you, Sarah! Oh, and I saw Rita up in solitary. She's a bit down, but she's okay. Rita hasn't escaped.
At least she's all right.
She's back with us. And she's up there on her own. Hey, let's cheer her up, eh?
Okay.
Rita! Rita! Rita!
Do you hear that? Hey, Connors must be back.
Rita! 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 Rita!
Pretty good, eh?
Wake the whole damn prison the way they're going.
So long as Rita hears.
Excuse me. Hey, Mrs. Pringle, can I take up Reed's breakfast?
It's already been done, Jenkins.
Only Reed could burn Blackmore to the ground.
Yeah. Hey, what's the freak going to threaten us with now, eh? Hey, look. Right, ladies, take a bowl and spoon and join the queue.
Ladies, God, what is this place?
Quiet, please. Everyone, I'm sure you all know what happened at Blackmore last night. Oh, yeah. As a consequence, some of the Wentworth women have been transferred to Barnhurst to make way for Blackmore inmates.
Aye, Sarah!
That's enough! I certainly hope you extend the same enthusiasm to welcoming the new ladies. Right, that'll be all.
Hi, I'm Kath Maxwell. Welcome to Wentworth.
Yeah, Wentworth Hilton. You sure got a good heel, love.
Well, it depends which way you look at it.
Spike Marsh, this is Brumby. That's Mandy, Shazza, Cheryl, and Speedy. So, who shouts the orders while Connors is away?
Pardon?
She means he's top dog at the moment.
Me. And it's past, present, and future. Connors has nothing to do with it.
Tell lies too, do you, Maxwell?
Read something special. You'll find out when she's out of town.
Geez, you don't have to tell us. We've seen her in action.
Hey, why don't you join us when you get your tucker and we'll fill you in?
Good one.
Top dog, huh?
Come, Sarah, I know you're hiding.
Watch where you're going, woman. And get that stupid look off your face and move on.
I can't. I'm looking for
Back here, you. It'll be the cage for you, girlie.
You shouldn't have done that. Sarah, go...
Shut your mouth!
What's going on?
This imbecile just struck me
I did not.
and followed it up with downright insolence.
I did not. He broke me poor Aura. He ran into it and then he broke it.
Why aren't you at breakfast, Mel?
I was looking for Sarah. She's going to be real mad at you, you vandal.
That's enough, Jones. Sarah's gone to Barnhouse. Now you get along to breakfast.
Gone?
Yes. Now run along.
My God, now I've seen it all. I've heard of mollycoddling, but this is ridiculous.
Merle is a special case, Mr. Craven.
Oh, yes, I can see she's special, as you call it. She ought to be locked away in Ingleside before she takes an axe to somebody.
She is totally harmless unless needlessly riled. Now, I'd like to see you in my office with Mrs. Morris.
That's the best feed I've had in 3 years.
You're kidding.
You should see what they give us at Blackmore.
Yeah, here the screws help you digest it.
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Still be better when they rebuild it, won't it?
Not if Craven's still governed. Look, I've heard about the freak, but believe us, she's nothing compared to this bus. She's going to be a big girl when she grows up.
What's the matter, Mel?
Sarah's gone. Why didn't you say goodbye, Kath?
She did. You were asleep.
Well, you should have woke me.
I'm sorry, love. I tried to. Now, come on. I saved you some breakfast.
Special buy up for the men?
They arrived with nothing. It's obvious they've been eating the basics. A few of the other supplies wouldn't go astray either.
Oh?
We've just landed ourselves a whole new clientele. Be ashamed to waste it.
You just said they arrived with nothing.
Nothing but what they were wearing. It's easy to smuggle cash out in clothing, especially in the chaos of a fire.
If you've got any ideas of selling the men contraband, you can forget it now.
This is the best break we've had in months.
I thought you had brains, Maxwell. The joint is crawling with new officers, and I will not risk the entire operation for the sake of short-term profits.
Whatever you say.
Exactly.
It's what a hoot. Yeah, great. Oh, I wish I'd seen the look on her face. Archie Trimble's about 90, not out. What's the matter with you? Planning your own little soiree, are you, with Spunker Jackson?
Nick off, Grundy.
A bit less chatter, please.
Mrs. Morris, I hope the meals aren't going to be this late all the time. The women aren't too happy about it.
Well, if we'd known that Blackmore was going to be burnt down, we might have been better prepared.
Yes, well, that's your problem, isn't it? My responsibility's to the women.
What's the chewy? Tasty. Yummy.
Rita, good to see you. Okay, everyone, 3 cheers for Rita the Conqueror Connors. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Everyone, hip hip! Hooray! Meals! I mean it. We're glad you're back.
Well, it looks like you got the dump finally sewn up.
I'm top dog, if that's what you mean. All above board. Look, things are running pretty smoothly at the moment. I'm sure we can let bygones be bygones.
How's it going, mate? Heard about you having a go at Craven. Good one.
There's a place on my table if you're interested. I hope you're not going to be ungrateful for what we did trying to help you.
That's how she got most of the Sheilas on side. Double talk about owing her favours and stuff.
If I told you I'm not interested.
But she's setting you up now. We've got to stop her before she walks all over
You're
us.
so worried about her, you stop her. I've got better things to think about. Jenkins, if you're not hungry, go back to the rec room.
Geez, Reed, I know how you feel about it. You don't know how I feel.
Never mind, I've got some catching up to do with some of me mates. Come along, line up quietly.
Is that scam with the bloke still on for this morning?
I said it was, didn't I?
You'd be lucky. Security will be tight as a drum for that meeting.
So we make doubly sure we time every move.
And warning you, keep this noise up and your afternoon meeting with the male prisoners is as good as cancelled. Wilkinson, come with me after muster and I'll get some clothes for your court appearance.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris.
Jeez, Maxwell never gives up. Even making Laurie's idea about the bloke sound like hers now.
Oh, look, give it a rest, will you, Lurch?
Not this time. I thought you'd be enthusiastic after what happened yesterday.
Listen, something I've got to tell you about Craig.
Now get this line straightened up for the head count.
And that includes you, Connors.
Had a big day?
Can't complain.
I guess not. No one's up to giving you any reason to, are they?
Is this a social call, is it?
With you? I'm looking for Spider. Have you seen her?
Oh, we don't move in the same circles anymore. Not unless I need her.
Yeah, I heard you were playing the Lone Ranger these days. With a little help from your mates from the other side.
You certainly taught me there was strength in numbers. You just watch what you're doing.
Because you might find your number will be up sooner than you think.
I've got too much protection now, Connors. So why don't you wise up? We'd make a good team. Here. There's no reason why we can't both clean up.
No reason at all. There you are. You like cleaning up so much?
Now remember, Laurie, just keep it together and it'll be all right.
What if I get the same judge?
What's it matter? You're handing yourself to him on a plate.
Van's waiting, Wilkinson. Hurry it up.
Coming, Mr. Adams.
The way you front the bastards can mean the difference between 5 and 10, okay?
Yeah, and that could make a big difference to your kid.
Yeah, you're right.
Wish me luck.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
All the best.
Good luck, Laurie. Look after yourself, you hear me?
Okay, quiet, everyone. Now, the time has come to make sure you all know what's going to happen when we meet the men this afternoon. Okay, keep it down. Now, when we get out there, someone will get Wilson out of sight behind the shop. That'll be your job, Lisa.
Come off it. Why have I got to be the bunny?
Why do you think?
Yeah, couldn't see him going for Maxwell.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon he and Adams might have the same taste.
Now, you'll have backup, so just fend him off as best you can until they get there.
Well, they better be damn quick.
They will be. Now, the first group will distract the screws. We'll improvise that depending on the layout. And the second will make a break for the shop and grab this stud character.
Right. You know we'll all go for a row.
Who cares? It'd be worth it.
I can't send you to Blackmore, Alice.
No. No, I owe that rotten mongrel too.
It's all there, hand it over.
I'll give you a discount if you promise it's for Maxwell.
Is this thing balanced?
That's what you paid for.
Yes, indeed.
Look at the shoes.
Oi!
Look at them. Look at them. Perfect matches. That's supposed to be a joke. But they're real pleased to see it. Respect a lot of that.
Come on, you lot. I want you in a single line up here. Now.
Just remember what you have to do.
Keep for yourself.
Looks like being quite a garden party.
At least we don't have to worry about uninvited guests. Could I have your attention for a moment, please?
Quiet!
As you know, there have been different points of view on whether this meeting is in the best interest of the prison. It's our policy here to also consider what's in the best interest of the inmates.
Yellow the redhead.
Your moral interest as well, I think.
Hold your breath, they're a bunch of bloody jerks. Not yet, I'm not. I set this up and I'll see it through.
She's right. There's more screws in the bloody hardware store.
We've got to do something.
Oh, you're changing your tune, aren't you?
Oh, just look at them. You reckon we're on sale or something?
So, I'm on special myself.
Look at the bastard.
You better be there.
Hey, what's going on?
Doesn't look good. Spider, you and Alice, get over there and start a fight. Quick.
Alice, over here.
Well, what is it?
Want to see you.
Are you having me on?
It's all yours, thank God.
Me too.
Hey, same plan, remember?
Oh, bugger off. If I'm not back in a week, you can send out a search party.
So hiya, Hayne.
Hi, yourself.
I hope you didn't mind about the visit to the old Archer this morning.
It was a pretty dirty trick.
Knew you had a sense of humour, but... So, what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this, huh?
Looking for a good time. What do you reckon?
No, there's a good time just waiting to happen. Already paid the screws. Might be a few bucks in it for you, too.
Get off it. Dutch treat, I reckon. Let's go.
It's a disgrace. You know full well I organised that meeting for your own benefit and with considerable opposition. But if I hadn't, you'd have been screaming for your rights.
We appreciate that, Mrs. Reynolds. We certainly didn't want the incident to be a reflection on you.
It can hardly be seen as anything else.
We couldn't let him get away with what he tried to do to Lisa.
That is not your responsibility, Maxwell, and you know it.
Well, you can bet your socks he won't try it again.
No matter how justified you feel, you will not take action into your own hands. You have a complaint about inmates or staff, you bring it to me.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Reynolds. We just wanted to teach Wilson and the rest of them some respect.
You might try earning some respect for yourselves. Until you do, there will be no more reforms. Thank you. That'll be all.
Jeez, I've never seen a man with his pants on before.
Especially with that tat where it was.
Yeah. Hey, Kath, you know how
Not bad, Maxwell. You pulled it off.
You mean you had some doubts?
Good laugh, Avery. Even if Maxwell did get credit for it.
Yeah, right.
Build up into a riot.
That's not going to help Wilkinson, is it?
Well, I realise that. That's why I told them I'd find out what the real story was. If I don't, they'll believe whatever they want to believe.
Wilkinson claims she was raped last night by 2 unidentified men while she was in solitary. I'm conducting an investigation. If anyone knows anything about the allegations, it'd help Wilkinson if they report it.
Well, we all believe the Blackmore officers were responsible. Now,
A few minutes, please, Mrs. Reynolds. It is important.
Mrs. Pringle, would you take Maxwell back, please?
of course.
Oh, and Maxwell, I appreciate what you're doing.
Yes, well, it might be best to keep the male officers away from our section, at least until the women have calmed down.
That's been taken care of.
The woman said they were conducting an investigation and she'd let me know when they find out who it was.
Oh, geez, I've heard that before. If they'd let one of us visit her, we could find out and then teach the mongrels a lesson.
Let the screws handle it. Otherwise, we'll all end up in trouble.
They were the ones who raped her.
Yeah, I still reckon it was that pig-faced Craven.
Wasn't there. I heard Adams was on duty.
Your kid needed an instruction book.
Oh, he didn't need an instruction booklet when he bashed me.
Well, if he done it, then we got to make him stop.
Yeah, let's beat the crap out of him.
Kath, you remember I told you about that Mr. Richards, how he used to try and do stuff that he wasn't supposed to? Well, the only way I could make him stop was to beat him.
Yeah, well, that's how you end up back in jail again.
They're all the same. Give men a bit of power and it goes straight to their heads.
Now, that's because they're screws, not because they're blokes. Some of them are all right.
Maxwell and Jones, come with me, please.
Mrs. Pringle, did you find out who'd done it to Laurie yet?
Mrs. Reynolds is conducting the investigation. Come along, you two.
Where are we going?
Shopping.
Oh, beauty! Outside again. Kath, come on, because we're going to get changed.
Are you taking us out?
No. Mr. Adams is waiting at the security gate.
Is Mungle too scared to come up here, is he?
It's enough, Jenkins. Where's Connors?
She had to go to the loo.
All right, everyone, back to work.
Hey, Merle, you remember what I said. Biff, bam, you give it to him.
Will you be quiet?
It's only singing because I was happy.
It's not hurting anyone.
Yeah, well, it's annoying me.
You're not going to hurt me, are you, like you did Laurie?
Look, I didn't touch Lorelei. I suppose all you women think I did do it. That's why Mrs. Reynolds wants to get me out of the way.
Well, I'd be real wild if someone touched me like that, because I just reckon it's...
Well, you're
dirty.
safe, Jones, because I'm not going to touch you.
Well, don't count the magazines for me, please.
Look, I'm sick and tired of being blamed for everything that goes wrong in this prison. I think it's another one of the women's jokes. Let's get Rodney again. Ha ha.
Well, I don't think you did it.
Well, there's no proof that she even was raped. I think she's trying to get at me.
Give me a day or two and I'll calm the women down. By then, Mrs. Reynolds might have found out exactly what happened.
Yeah, but if you ask me, she made the whole thing up and said we're not to sell contraband to the men. It can't be any clearer than that.
Yeah, well, I'm getting sick of taking orders from her. She's the one making all the money while we take all the risks. Look, a zoo! That's a pet shop, Merle.
Well, if you get caught, you're on your own. I've stuck my neck out for the last time.
Can I buy some animals because I got my pocket money?
No, now look, we have to wait here for a while and then we're going back to the prison, all right?
So just go and look.
No, will you stop being a nuisance,
For God's
please?
sake, go and play with the bloody things, but don't wander off, okay?
Look, I'll buy extra supplies when our contact arrives. Ferguson need never find out.
I don't like it. It's risky enough waiting around here for a pickup anyway.
Don't start getting cold feet now, Rodney. We're both in over our heads.
You just watch your tongue, young man.
Yeah, but I only want one of them.
You haven't got any money, I can't sell you a mouse. It's simple as that.
Yeah, go in a dead dog.
Bloody kids! I don't teach them respect anymore.
Excuse me. Hey, little Captain Marvelous. Got a surprise
My name's not Lady, it's Merle.
Oh, I'm Tommy.
Hey, I like your costume. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah, me too. Hey, I've got lots more at home. Can you come and have a look?
Oh, yeah? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, they won't miss me for a bit.
Come on, we'll catch the bus. It won't take long.
She must have come out this way. There she is, getting on that bus.
No!
Take the van!
Hell, didn't you keep an eye on her?
For the same reason I don't supervise muster or do guard duty. You're the officer in charge, remember? Let's get back to the shopping centre.
No, I've got to report this.
What? You know she didn't escape, she just wandered off.
Well, that's going to look great in my report, isn't it? My prisoners don't have to bother to escape, they just wander off. I'm phoning in.
No, just give me 20 minutes, please, Rodney. Blow the whistle now and everyone will be after her. If Merle gets cornered or frightened, she might go over the edge. You know what that means.
Yes, it means I don't get fired.
It means she'll be weaving baskets in some madhouse. Please, Rodney, just 20 minutes. If we find her, no one ever need know.
All right. 20 minutes.
Any of them?
Just get off my back. I had to report her.
Yeah, well, if you'd just waited, we might have found her. God only knows what's going to happen to her now.
Well, that's up to the police.
I'm not going back without her.
You'll do as I say.
Oh, don't pull that one on me, Rodney. We're in this together.
I never wanted to be in this business anyway. I've got my career to think of.
Not the career. Please spare me the career.
Why? Because I'm making something out of my life.
A mess, that's what you're making of it. All right. I'm sorry, Rodney, I shouldn't have said that, but you know how I worry about Merle. I realise your career's important and you've got what it takes to make a go of it, but can't we look for just a little longer?
You're wasting your time, Maxwell. Mrs. Reynolds.
Is there any news on Merle?
No, nothing.
Look, I don't know how to explain it. There was nothing I could do.
Explain to Mr. Craven.
Ernest Craven?
Acting Governor of Wentworth.
We'll find out. Just get in there and be quiet. Well, you could give us a clue. Hey, Mrs. Pringle, is it true what Kath said? She reckons Craven's the governor.
How does she know? In that case, you better call him Mr. Craven.
Oh, Lloyd, hell, if they make Craven boss, I'll leave.
I'll join you. What's wrong with the department? They want Wentworth burnt down too.
Yeah. Come on, that's enough of that.
Mrs. Morris has got news on
Hey, Maxwell, is it true what you said before?
Just a minute.
Hey, how long's this going to take? I've got to go to the loo.
What, Lou? The bloody thing's stuffed up.
Yeah, and that's another thing. When's the plumber?
Will you not shut up?
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Morris. Obviously, I'm the only person who's worried about Merle.
That's not fair, Kath. Of course we're all worried.
Yeah, she's probably standing on top of a skyscraper swiping a jumbo jet or something.
Shut up, Simpson.
At least she's not being raped by a pack of screws.
Now, quiet. That is enough.
The governor wishes to speak to you.
On your feet and face the governor.
This way, ladies. Let me start by saying how much we will all miss Mrs. Reynolds. For some reason, she has seen fit to resign her post, and I know we all wish her well. The department has appointed me as her successor.
Quiet!
And until Blackmore is reopened, Mr. Craven will be my deputy. Now, those of you who know me will realise that changes will be made. Those of you who don't, namely our guests from Blackmore, will soon realise that I'm a very easy person to get along with, providing you do one thing: obey all the rules, religiously and strictly to the letter. If you don't, Wentworth will cease to be the pleasant home you've all grown to know and love. That's all I have to say. Carry on, staff. Maxwell, come with me.
At least she doesn't scream and carry on like Craven.
Yeah, so why have I got this funny feeling lately? Oh, hell, I don't know. I'm confused.
I'm not. I'm scared.
I won't need you now, Mr. Craven. Perhaps you'd better change into uniform. You do have a uniform.
Not for the last 15 years, no.
Oh, I'll take care of it. In the meantime, I want all officers issued with batons and the perimeter guards to carry sidearms.
Me?
Yes, you, Mr. Craven. Now. All right, a couple of things I want to sort out with you two before we get down to the job. Firstly,
Before you start, Joan, I'd just like to say congratulations. I think you deserve it.
Two things, Mr. Adams. Never interrupt me when I'm speaking and never ever call me Joan. Aside from that, yes, I do deserve it. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
I take it you're still top dog?
Yes.
Good. I want it to stay that way. I also want the shop run as a legitimate enterprise. No loading of prices and no contraband. Understood?
But what does
Understood.
Yes. Do you mind if I ask a question?
What is it?
I thought you were doing it for the money. I thought you needed it.
I have what I need.
I haven't. You know why I want that money. It's my future.
Well, now I'm your future, Maxwell. You watch my back, keep the women in line, and you'll have an easy life.
How am I supposed to do that if I can't give them anything? They'll only perform well if they know there's a reward.
So reward them. Tell them that after much discussion, you were able to persuade me to restore the after-dinner rec period. You'll be a hero.
That's it?
That's it. Wait outside for Mr. Adams. And Maxwell, remember, I'm your future. Any comment on what you just heard, Mr. Adams?
No. Well, I agree, if that's what you mean.
Close enough. There are some who wouldn't agree, though. In fact, there are officers who would disagree with my appointment as governor.
Well, I don't.
So you are to be my ears in the staff room, Mr. Adams. I want to know who those people are.
Yes, Governor. Anything you say.
Anything I say. Yes, that's the way it's going to be from now on, isn't it, Mr. Adams? Anything I say.
Hell, I don't know. Our communication system died 8 years ago. I don't reckon any of our girls could read a pipe tap if you pay them.
Doesn't matter, we can teach them, right, Brum?
Yeah, no worries. I know how you've lived without it.
Is it hard to learn? It's a piece of cake.
Well, let's put it this way. Spike and Rich down in the basement, right? Now, if I could be up here, I could have tapped a message at Pringles on her way down.
What if the screws learn the code?
Oh, they will, don't worry. That's where Spike gets really cluey.
I've worked out about 10 different codes. You just swap from one to the other.
You reckon Spider could top that?
No way. Tell you what, though, we're going to have to keep our eye on that bitch.
Yeah, I heard her talking before. It seems like Maxwell's the flavour of the month.
Well, I can't keep up with you. A couple of days ago, you wanted to kill the bitch.
Use your head, will ya? She's in with the freak, and if the freak's on top, why bust a gut fighting? It doesn't make sense.
So it's stick with the strength, is it?
Look, if that's where the money is, why not?
What'd she say?
Look, shut up, will you? Let it speak.
I'm not going to pretend we haven't got trouble because we have. Big trouble.
Oh, you didn't have to tell us that.
So what did she say, Kath?
She gave us a choice. A quiet, orderly prison, or she'll engage every security measure used at Blackmore and let the Blackmore screws enforce them.
Did you tell her she could stick it?
No. I said we'd do as we're told.
Oh, you're a gutless wonder, Maxwell. What's the good of having a top dog who won't fight for us? Give the job to Reed if you can't.
Give the job to Rita. And we'd have daily cell searches. The shop would be closed. Every single letter that comes into this place would be cut to pieces. Hands up all the Blackmore women. Right, now you tell this lot about the midnight visits. Is that what you want? Do you want to end up like Laurie Wilkinson? I don't.
I'm for Kath.
It won't be easy, but at least we'll be able to sleep at night.
You're going soft, Maxwell. I say we put it to the vote. You or Reed. All those who want Reed back as top dog, raise your hands. Well, come on, what's the matter with you? You all know Reed can beat Ferguson.
And where is she now? In the pound. All those for Kath?
Thank you. Now, we have to convince Ferguson we're playing it straight. That means no scams and no contraband. But only for a while. Later, when things have calmed down, it'll be business as usual.
What?
I forgot to sign the shop book.
Didn't buy nothing.
You want me to look in your cell?
Only if I can come with you.
Just sign. And the rest of you, shut up.
Mr. Adams! What the hell's going on? There must be some news about Merle.
None that I know of.
Well, have you tried to
Just
find
wait
out?
a minute. Don't use that tone with me.
They can't hear
It's
us.
got nothing to do with them. Just don't use it, okay? They might guess.
I'm sorry, but I'm worried.
Watch your step, Maxwell. There's been another bashing.
Yeah, don't get him upset. He might be getting a taste for it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, God, here we go. You're going to tell us you don't know about it. Reed, some bastard worked her over in the pound.
Yeah, first Laurie gets raped and now this.
Didn't say nothing about this in the brochures. I'd have stayed at Blackmore.
Yeah, we all know who the bash expert is around here, don't we, Adams?
That was a bit stupid, wasn't it?
Well, what'd you expect us to do? Pretend it didn't happen?
Yeah, come on, Maxwell, you're top dog. What happens next? Bugger the top dog. I reckon we do something
You're
ourselves.
not using your heads. This was bound to happen. For God's sake, you don't attack a bastard like Craven and expect to get away with it. Connors should have known that.
She was sticking up for her mates.
There are other ways of doing it. I've already told you if we use violence, we've had it. What happened to Connors could happen to any one of us.
So what are we supposed to do? Wear it?
Yes.
Oh, you're a piker, Maxwell. We wouldn't let that happen. We'd stick together.
At night, that's when they do it. If we give trouble, they'll give trouble. If we behave, they'll behave. Now, if anyone disagrees with that, I'll step down and give the job to Alice. We wear it.
Maria reported missing. Police do not discount the possibility that Jones may have taken a child hostage. The inspector in charge of the manhunt said today that they would hold grave fears for the safety of any person in Jones' company.
Idiots.
Anyone with
I
any...
don't know. I reckon she's a bit of a worry myself.
What do you want?
Come to talk business.
I've already told you what the score is.
Yeah, well, that's the trouble, isn't there? There isn't any score.
And that's the way it stays until I say.
might be able to change your mind about that.
You? I doubt it.
Freke's got you well and truly bluffed, hasn't she? She snaps her fingers and you jump.
That's right. For as long as it takes her to feel secure in her new seat.
Playing it sweet, are we, until she turns her back?
That's the general idea, yes.
And how come you sold booze to the men behind her back? Didn't worry about risking it then?
She wasn't the governor
What's
then.
the difference?
Oh, use your brains, for God's sake. It's her prison now. She wants a clean start. Anyone who gets in her way is going to get done. Badly.
Yeah, well, the smart ones don't get caught.
Exactly.
Oh, come off it. I've seen it a lot worse than this in here, and it hasn't stopped me. You just go a little further underground. I could be a big help to you right now.
It's too soon.
Well, think on it. I'm going to be doing it anyway.
It'll cost you a percentage.
For what?
Top dog gets a cut of all the action.
A cut of what? How are you going to know if you're not in it, hmm?
Yes, Miss Ferguson?
Oh, Maxwell. It was about time you and I had a little chat about what the hell's going on out there.
I wouldn't know.
Perhaps I'd better refresh your memory. Thank you, Miss Stout. Right, Maxwell. Press wrecked in the laundry, oil on the workshop floor, the storeroom, the showers. Tell me, what else do I have to look forward to?
I don't know.
Then you better start finding out.
I can't lag, you know that. Anyway, it's none of my people.
You're top dog, Maxwell. They're all your people. It's about time you started to pull them into line.
I don't know if that's...
You stop them. The fools don't know what they're doing. They've got... I'm not prepared to tolerate any more of it, Maxwell. You will call a halt to it immediately, otherwise the women start suffering the consequences.
Yes, Miss Ferguson. I'll see what I can do.
You'll do better than that. If you value your friends.
What do you want?
Got something you'd like to hear?
What?
I've just had a routine visitor.
So?
It's been in touch with my suppliers.
Is that a fact?
Yeah. He's bringing me in some booze and some happy pills. You interested?
You couldn't get a hairpin in here at the
Can
moment.
if you know how.
Convince me.
They bring it in on one of the delivery trucks. No problems if you've got the right contacts.
Who?
Oh, you're not getting near that one. Not unless we're in business.
I might be interested, if you can get it in.
I'll get it in.
You're frightened in being in here. You hate being on your own, don't you? But you're not on your own. You got me to look after you. Except Kath would be better. G'day. Kath, you gotta help me. I'm in big trouble.
Careful, we don't want to spill your lunch, do we? You'll be all right, Merle.
No, they're gonna send me to the crazy place.
No, they won't. Who said that?
It's because I escaped. I didn't mean it was just a game, but now they're gonna send me to that bad place.
Oh, look, we'll do no such thing. Now, you be a good girl and eat up your lunch.
I want to go back to me dorm.
Well, you can't. It's governor's orders.
But Mrs. Reynolds knows I really wouldn't escape.
Oh, we have to go now. Now, look, Mr. Pringle has made you an extra special lunch just to cheer you up.
I'm not hungry.
I'm sorry, Merle, I have to go. But I'll get you out of here. I promise. I want to see the governor.
You can't. She's in no mood to make concessions.
We've got to get Merle out of there.
I'll try. But I'm not making any promises.
She'll see me.
Oh, sorry.
It's all right, we're finished. Please don't forget the staff meeting. What is it?
Oh, Maxwell to see you?
Show her in. Wait outside, please. Come on, hurry up, I'm busy.
I want Merle out of solitary.
You're wasting my time, Maxwell.
You don't realise what it's doing to her.
No more kid glove treatment. She breaks the rules, she gets punished.
All right, I'll trade you. I'll stop the sabotage campaign if you let Merle out.
You had your chance to do that. Now you're too late.
What's that?
You'll find out tomorrow. Now get back to your work area.
All right, but aren't you interested in finding out about the contraband?
I told you to stop that.
It's not me.
Who?
I want Merle out of solitary.
All right, I'll let her out. Now talk.
It's Rose Simpson.
I could have guessed that myself, Maxwell. Haven't you got any real information? How is it coming in?
The delivery truck.